Hey guys, and welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. So today we're super excited to be taking a closer look at the brand new Deinonychus trio from REBOR, the Cerberus Clan in beautiful 1/35th scale. If you want to pick yours up, head on over to everythingdinosaur.com, link is in the description down below. So Cerberus, named after the mythical three-headed beast in Greek mythology. You can see the anatomy there on the front in the nice illustration. On the back we've got a rundown of all the other products in REBOR's line. We have reviewed all of them on the channel, so be sure to check out links to the playlist and also individual videos down below. Here you can see the comparison of the box sizes next to the Hercules and the Ceryneian Hind. So let's get these guys out of the packaging. So we've got the standard satin black finish for the box, and inside we've got a nice foam lined box, and you can see it comes with this nice pamphlet which gives you information about the Deinonychus, where it was found and what was found, and also its scale in comparison to a human being. On the back we've got a layout of how these three Deinonychus connect to the existing products sold separately, the Ceryneian Hind and also the Hercules Acrocanthosaurus. So we'll get into that more later on. But taking a closer look at the foam padded box, you can see here we've got the three Deinonychus safely stowed with their individual bases. Very nice indeed. So taking one out of the box, you can see they come in an individual baggie, and they also come on a nice protective plastic stand with an elastic band to keep them secure. And each of these slots contains the base, which we'll get more into in just a second. So we've got Shoot, Tooth and Frill, and these are the three Deinonychus. REBOR always nickname their dinosaurs. I think that's really cool, gives them personality. And these are really nicely detailed little models. Each have got their own personalised paint scheme, which I think is really cool. And also they've got bendy wire bodies. So as you can see here, I'm posing the head, and also in the tail you can pose these little figures, which is a new feature for REBOR, and it's one I'm quite fond of. The only thing you have to watch is if you're bending the head dramatically upwards, it can affect the posability of the jaw. As you can see, it's just loosened up that connection with the jaw. But that's only in extreme poses, but it's just something I wanted to make you aware of. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at the bases for these guys. So as you can see, they've gone for this really nice dried riverbed texture. It's the same texture we've had on the Hercules Acrocanthosaurus and the Ceryneian Hind set. As you can see there, Deinonychus Shoot, this is Shoot's base. Let's have a look at the next one. This is Tooth's. And lastly, we've got Thrills. So taking a closer look at Shoot, you can see we've got a really nice detailed head sculpt there. They've used this nice gold paint on the eyes, which gives it like a glistening effect. Quite a menacing look as well. Inside the mouth is really beautifully sculpted and detailed, as you can see. I really love the striking paint scheme. You can see it's really contrasting the upper and the lower portions of the body. Same goes for the feathers, just really lovely contrast going on here. Really makes this dinosaur pop. And the detail is fantastic. As you can see, they've painted the claws in a nice glossy black paint, which is nice. Nicely sculpted feathering all over the body. Really detailed feet there, very bird-like. Nice sickle claw on the inner toe. As we travel up to the tail, you can just see more of that lovely feathery detail. Nice stripes going on along the tail, looks very naturalistic, looks like something you'd get on an animal nowadays. Really beautiful, and you can see they've done a nice plume of feathers at the end with the REBOR logo underneath there, nicely hidden away. Really beautiful detail. And obviously, because this is a bendy wire body, it is made from almost like a semi-rubber. You can see there's the lovely feathers, and back to that beautiful head sculpt with the posable jaw. So going on to Tooth. Again, a very nice paint scheme. This one's more of a grey paint scheme. Still got that band travelling along the middle portion of its body. Again, posable jaw, opens quite wide. You can see that lovely detail inside, lovely paintwork, nice weathering. Jaw is a little bit loose on this one, side to side. That's to be expected because these do have bendy wire bodies, so those bits are a bit flexible. But you can see there the lovely feathery detail. Gorgeous hand claws. And this is very reminiscent actually of the Utahraptor that REBOR did. It's got a similar feel to it with the feathers all over the body. Really lovely detail. The Utahraptor Wind Hunter, which we have reviewed on the channel. And lastly, here's Thrill. Again, another unique paint scheme. This one seems to have had some nice white dry brushing through a dark colour scheme, really nice. Brings out all that detail. Again, beautiful sculpt inside the interior of the mouth. That lovely gold paint on the eyes. Really makes those eyes glisten. And it's also got almost like an illustrative look to the eyes because they don't have like a pupil or a cat's eye slit, which means that you get this overall impression of a sinister dinosaur, which goes hand in hand with the name of Cerberus Clan. You know, you think of the beast in Greek mythology. So, just how big are these Deinonychus? Let's bring in the non-shatter white ruler. You're looking at just over 5 inches for the length, which is about 13 centimeters. In terms of the height, you're looking at about 5.5 centimeters, which is about 2.25 inches. And actually, the scale of these guys sits quite nicely with G.I. Joe-sized figures, or the recently released Owen from the Dino Hybrid line. So you might be interested there. Here's Off-Color Alan. And actually Alan gives you a good idea just how big these guys are. Thanks Alan. There he goes, he's leaving the review table. So if we bring in the Ceryneian Hind sold separately and lay out the display base for this guy, and bring in the Hercules Acrocanthosaurus again sold separately, and bring in the base for that guy. Now we're going to bring in the individual bases for the Deinonychus, and this is where these guys really come into play. You can start telling your story with all 3 of these sets combined as a diorama, which is really cool. So here's the Ceryneian Hind with all of its guts spilling out, and now we're going to bring in the individual Deinonychus from the Cerberus Clan, and you can pose them on their individual bases. And look how those bite marks line up with their heads. Don't these guys look cool? Just on their own, with the Ceryneian Hind, you might be interested in just getting these 2 sets so that you can have a diorama like this. But there's always the option to expand it to include the Acrocanthosaurus. And here she is. Or here he is, Hercules. And he comes with the front part of the partially eaten Ceryneian dinosaur. And now you can really start to tell your story. So the Cerberus Clan has decided to gang up on Hercules, and they're going to try and take the remains of the kill from its jaws. So cool! Loads of playability. So there we have it guys, that's the Cerberus Clan from REBOR. A beautiful set of Deinonychus, one of my favourite dinosaurs actually, Deinonychus, and these guys just look fantastic. I love their illustrative design, and you can get yours at everythingdinosaur.com, link is in the description down below. Rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.